Okay, we're doing an example from 4.7 and we're talking about antiderivatives. An antiderivative just means that you're going backwards. Pretty much everything in math you learn one way and then you learn the other way. So now we've learned derivatives, now we're going backwards. We're doing the antiderivative and this will turn into the integral, which is the second part of calculus. Calculus is all about derivatives and integrals, and this is the beginning of integrals. Now to find the antiderivative, all we're really doing is reversing what we know about the power rule. So what's the power rule? You bring down the exponent, times it by the coefficient, and you subtract 1. So all we're going to do here is we're going to add 1 and then we're going to account for the coefficient. So looking at this, what we're going to do first is we're going to add 1 to the coefficient. So this becomes negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. So this is going to be x to the negative 3. Then we have to account for the fact that this, when we make this derivative, right, we bring down the negative 3. So I need to account for it. So I'm going to use the reciprocal. I'm going to do 1 over 3 and a negative. So then the two negatives will cancel out. 3 times 1/3 will give me back to the 1 I started with. So really what you're doing is you're adding 1 and then you're timesing by 1 over whatever this exponent is out here. The next step here, so this is 1 up here, we add 1. So now this becomes 2. So we do x2, there's a 2 here, and we times by 1/2 what we're bringing down. So you can see this is going to become 1. And then whenever we have just a constant, all you do is add x, and then since we don't know what's at the end, because remember constants just go away, you always add a plus c. So let's simplify this a little bit, because I wrote out the middle step, which you probably could have saw that this is just 1, so this becomes 2x plus 3x plus c. And you don't forget that c, because there's a constant here, there could be one, we just don't know what it is. So, oh hey, I should put my exponent with here, or I'll forget it when I go back to write it in here. Okay, so 1/3 negative, okay, x to the negative 1/3, okay, plus x squared plus 3x plus c, and check our answer. So you can see all you're doing is think about what you do with the power rule and reverse it. So instead of subtracting 1 from the exponent, you add 1, and then since you know you'll bring it down with the derivative, you're going to account for that by doing 1 over whatever that exponent is, because of course that, the reciprocal, is how you would cancel out anything, you know, because of course what is the identity rule of multiplication? That anything times the reciprocal, so like 1/4 times 4 over 1 equals 1. And we're really just using the identity rule to help us deal with this.